Hey everyone, Comic Order 410 here. I hit up a few sales over the past month. I also went to that small dealers only convention that they put on near me every 2 months. The guy who puts it on said they're not doing another one till October, unfortunately, but so be it. And of course, I also did some discount bin digging as usual. To get started, I picked up this Tick number 8 Virgin variant. I've been looking for this for a while. As far as I know, it's not easy to find at all, and I got a pretty nice deal on it. Still wasn't cheap, but much cheaper than I see them go for elsewhere. Found this for $2. Valiant Nintendo Game Boy number 2. Always pick up the Valiant Nintendo books when I see them on the cheap. My Polish shop had this for me, and it's still sealed in its original plastic. They know I'm a big Dave Stevens fan, so they put these aside. They're a Rocketeer postcard set by Dave Stevens from 1982, and they had $20 on it, but he gave it to me for 10, so bought those. Found this at that small show. It was in a discount bin. I think this was $2 or $3, which I think is unreal. I think all the Rocketeer books are pretty undervalued to begin with, but not passing that up when I see it, and it's a pretty nice copy. It's probably a near mint minus. Got this from Buzz Hassan and Ken Hazer. This is the sketchbook for Little Dead Riding Hood. It's a character they came up with that Asylum Pictures made a movie of. I believe the movie is on Netflix right now, but this is their sketchbook, limited to 100 copies, and Ken was nice enough to do a Little Dead Riding Hood sketch on it for me. Very cool guys. And I also commissioned another cover from Buzz, and I have one more coming in a month or two from both Buzz and Ken together. But Buzz did this gorgeous Old Man Logan style Wolverine, left it black and white with gray tones. I think he did a fantastic job on that. I'm very, very happy with it. Buzz and Ken always do great work for me. They're great guys and really great artists. Found these at the small show, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 6. And he gave me a break. These were $15 a piece. I already had 6, but since they were so cheap, I grabbed 6 and 7. Both very nice copies, especially for the price. Couldn't pass up on that. Been looking for this book for a while too. Got a nice copy of Creatures of the Id number 1. This is the first appearance of Mike Allred's Madman, and a gorgeous copy. And also found this. I've been looking for a near mint copy of this for a while. The Dark Horse Comics Army of Darkness miniseries number 3 was the only one I was missing. And of course it has gorgeous John Bolton art, I'm a big fan of. Happy to have that out of the way. Got First Fire Lord. This was $4 or $5. This guy that I know who was set up at that small dealers only show, most of his stuff was half off. He's selling off a lot of his collection. So got a fantastic deal on that. It does have some condition issues. Snagged this beautiful copy of Moon Knight number 55, Stephen Platt's first work on Moon Knight. Absolutely love this cover, always have. Big fan of his artwork, and I complained that when I got the Superman vs. Batman variant that he did, it doesn't, he changed his artistic style, which was a big letdown to me. It still looks good, but I prefer this Stephen Platt art. This was half off. I believe this was $10 to $15, which is a steal for Tomb of Dracula number 2, and it's not a bad copy at all. So actually needed that, so the price was awesome, so I grabbed it. Got ARG number 1 from Marvel. Again, a pretty darn nice copy. And Spoof number 1 also by Marvel, and this was $10. So happy to get those. Found a very nice copy of Punisher number 1. It's an upgrade for me, and this was only $15, which right now you can't argue with. And this was also half off. This was $10. Adventure Comics 428, first appearance of Black Orchid. Again, has some slight condition issues, but it's not too bad at all, really. This is probably a fine plus, maybe a fine. And got this as well. I remember when this storyline came out, and my memory was that Our Worlds at War sucked. That's my memory of it. But it was from the early 2000s, and Jay Lee did all the covers, so I saw this Harley Quinn cover and thought it was great, so I bought it. Was very happy to see. There's a dealer I always go to at that small show who has boxes of incentive variants, and they're priced at 5 of them for $20, which you cannot beat. Got another Tron variant. I'm a big fan of Tron, and I'd like to track all these down. I have a few of them. Did not have this Avengers number 7 Spider-Woman Tron variant, and this is by Brandon Peterson. Couldn't believe this was in there for $4. This is the all-new Avengers and Humans variant. It's a 1 in 50. So I snatched that right up for $4. Sia Ooms, gorgeous, gorgeous variant to Scarlet Witch number 3. Beautiful cover. My buddy Evan Lee, he actually turned me on to that, so I was glad to find it so cheap. Another great variant. This is Neil Adams 1 in 15 variant to Invincible Iron Man number 6. Fantastic cover. Mike Allred Beauty. This is a 1 in 25 variant to Venom Space Knight number 2. This one was not in the discount variant box. I actually paid $30 or $35 for this. I think this was the most expensive book I bought at that show, but I've been wanting this Wolverine 66 Dynamic Forces variant because it's by Herb Trimpe, and I always liked it and didn't get it when it came out. It's got the DF COA in there. It's limited to 1,999 copies. Got the Deadpool number 1 candy variant for $4. Making fun of the Twix ads that didn't last long in DC, thank God. Got a few Scotty Young variants in that discount box. This is Dark Tower Drawing of the 3, number 1 Scotty Young variant. Star Wars number 1 Scotty Young variant. And the Darth Vader number 1 Scotty Young variant. Big fan of his work. Glad to see I Hate Fairyland has started back up. Also grabbed the Darth Vader number 1 action figure variant for $4. And always like Street Fighter. Really dig this. This is says it's the video game variant. It's a 1 in 20 from Street Fighter Unlimited number 1. Beautiful Ryu cover. This is the Street Fighter Unlimited number 1. This is a 1 in 10 variant, and it's a cover swipe of the X-Men Alpha from the Age of Apocalypse. I love the original Joe Madureira cover. Not sure who did this. Probably Udon guy. But really like it. And got the G.I. Joe versus Street Fighter versus G.I. Joe number 1. This is the 1 in 10 variant. It's by Lewis. Not sure who that is, but snatched it up for cover price. Got Detective Comics number 40. Jenny Frison 1 in 25 variant. Just a beautiful cover. She is very talented, and you don't hear much talk about her. Grab this Justice League 39 1 in 25 Babs Tarr variant because she's going to be doing my show. We'll get that signed hopefully. Grab the Justice League 36 1 in 25 Josh Middleton variant of Cyborg and Shazam playing their game, probably Injustice. And really like Josh Middleton's work. I'd like to see him back on a book. Been looking for this for a long time. This is the Burly Man Comics Shaolin Cowboy number 1 variant. I did not have it. It does have a pretty significant non-color breaking crease there. Could probably get it pressed out, but for $4, I wasn't going to pass on it because I don't see it that often in the wild. Happy to have that now. And grab the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 1 Green Ranger action figure variant. So always happy to run into that guy with cover price variants. Can't beat it in my book. And a few new releases, pull list stuff, if you will. And then I did some dollar bin and discount bin digging as usual. This is the Civil War II, number 2, Jim Steranko variants. Beautiful. It was cover price, but cover price is $4.99 on that book. But had to get it. Big thank you to both Buzz and Tom Ryan. Many of you know that this Justice League 51 was put out in error. It was originally thought it only went to Barnes & Nobles that had reordered Justice League 51, and it came out with the wrong cover to Justice League 52. I'm not sure if that was the case. I think it might have gone elsewhere besides Barnes & Nobles because there's a lot more copies for sale on the internet now. But Tom Ryan and Buzz both went to their local Barnes & Nobles and found multiple copies, and they were both nice enough to sell me one. So I got one copy from Tom Ryan and one copy from Buzz. So thank you guys. That was really awesome of you. Found this Lobo set, near mint set of the Lobo miniseries, and it was $12. So these were $3 a piece. That's number 1. Beautiful Simon Bisley covers on here. Lobo 2, Lobo 3, and Lobo 4. And I needed those because I got my Lobo set signed by Simon Bisley last year. Found this in the discount bin as well. I believe this set was $15 for the whole set. And this is Battle Scars. Got all 6 issues. This series has not only the first appearance of Agent Coulson in comics, but also Nick Fury Jr. There's number 1. Beautiful Carlo Pagulayan. I never know how to say his name. Pagulayan. He did beautiful work, though, on these covers. Do like him. He did some Man-Thing covers that I liked. Battle Scars 2. Number 3. 4. 5, and Battle Scars number 6. To continue stuff I found in the discount bins, I believe all these books here were $1 each. Found Green Arrow number 1. Always loved this Mike Grell cover, and my buddy Evan Leahy sent me a copy of this that was signed by Mike Grell, so got a nice copy as a reader copy for $1. Also got number 2, another stunning Mike Grell painted cover, and number 3. Can't argue with that. Big fan of the Blade Runner movie. It's arguably my favorite sci-fi movie of all time, especially the director's cut. Really brought that movie into clarity for me. And got the Marvel adaptation of it. Got number 1 for $1 and number 2 for $1. And number 2 is a little harder to find from my experience. Found some beautiful Frank Cho Amazing Spider-Man covers in the discount bin. That's $4.87, $4.88, and $4.89. Really like that one. Love Frank Cho's work. Could not believe this was in the dollar bin. Grabbed another copy of Spider-Man vs. Wolverine for $1. This will be my reader. Has few spine ticks and a chip on the top corner, so there's some slight condition issues, but for $1, that was not staying there. It was $2.50, cover price when it came out in 1986. Found this Gen 13 Generation X in 3D number 1 for $1. J. Scott Campbell cover. And found a bunch of Adam Hughes Catwoman covers in the dollar bin. Not going to leave those there. Catwoman 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Absolutely love that. That's an homage to Lone Wolf and Cub, which I am a humongous fan of. Always liked that cover. Catwoman 58, beautiful Zatanna cover there. 59, 60, 61, and 62. Always grab up Adam Hughes stuff if I see it cheap like that. Last bit of stuff I got on discount. Found this Ghost Nocturnes trade paperback. It was $2. The interior art is by Adam Hughes, and you really don't, he's just on covers anymore. You really don't see him do interior art anymore, so it's always refreshing to read stories that he does the interior art on. Beautiful stuff. And I got this set of Venom 1 through 12. I believe it was $15 or $20, but still quite a decent deal. Always love this Joe Quesada cover to Venom number 1, and Tony Moore, of course, co-creator of The Walking Dead, did the interiors. Venom number 2. McFarlane cover swipe there. Number 3. Number 4. Mike McCone covers here. Number 5. Number 6. 7. 8. 9, another gorgeous cover there. Number 10, 11, and 12. So very, very happy with the work I did in the discount bins this month. And at that small show, did a lot of work on my Deadly Hands of Kung Fu run. I'm a big fan of the Marvel magazines, as you know, and a lot of these are in really nice shape. There was one of them that was like $22 or $20, but all the rest were pretty cheap considering the condition. Got Deadly Hands number 6, number 8, number 12. Been wanting this one for a while. Beautiful, beautiful Neal Adams cover of Roger Moore's James Bond. Happy to have that one out of the way. Pretty nice copy too. 2 small spine ticks that don't break color, but I think that was like $6 or $8. Got Deadly Hands number 13. Deadly Hands number 15, and it's oversized annual issue. Beautiful Iron Fist cover there. Deadly Hands 16 and 17. Probably my second favorite Neal Adams Bruce Lee cover. I absolutely love this take on his fight with Mr. Han from Enter the Dragon. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Glad to finally have that one. This was the one that was like $20 or $22. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 22, and this is the first appearance of Jack of Hearts, and it is a very nice copy. Got Deadly Hands number 26. And, oops, sorry about that. This is the special album edition of Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. So, got a pretty decent deal on that whole stack. Was glad to grab them. Last 2 things I'll show. Picked up this, it's basically a soft cover graphic novel, and it was priced as such. But this is Scotty Young's I Hate Fairyland adult coloring book. And I bought that because I'm a huge fan of this series thus far. And also finally got my hands on Volume 2 of Alejandro Jodorowsky's Showman Killer. This has been really great. The art is fantastic. And Jodorowsky has this just total abstract imagination, and he does outlandish sci-fi stuff. Unlike other stuff that's out there, it's just so off the wall. And for those of you who aren't familiar with his work, Titan Comics, I believe, is putting it out, but it's Humanoids Presents the Jodoverse, and it's a softcover reprint, oversized reprint of a lot of his sci-fi comics, and it's going to be $4.99 cover price, which is going to be a steal for the amount of pages in that. So keep your eyes out for that. It should be out in the next couple months. But everyone, thank you as always for taking the time to stop by. I always appreciate it. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your comics.